Here are the 8 things that you need to know today. Donald Trump and Senator Bernie Sanders won their party's primary election in Indiana last night. After Trump's victory, Senator Ted Cruz announced he was suspending his campaign. And after originally saying he would not drop out, Governor John Kaisch just announced this afternoon he is also no longer campaigning, leaving Trump to be the presumptive Republican candidate in November. Joining us now with more is News 8's Kyle Dimke.
Well, Martha, it's taken a lot to get to this point, but there is finally only one remaining Republican candidate. This year's campaign has been a pretty brutal one in many ways, but now it's time for Republicans to rally around the controversial businessman.
And then there was one. Donald Trump outlasted the other 16 presidential candidates to become the presumptive Republican nominee in November. But after such a polarizing campaign, will Republicans unite and stand behind Trump? Political science professor Joe Kaisch says yes, but it will take some time.
What it really means is that the Republican Party can now spend the next month or so unifying, getting people behind Donald Trump, planning the fall election, and obviously going after the Democrats, and particularly Hillary Clinton.
Republican candidate for the Wisconsin Senate, Dan Kaisch, agrees.
I think they will. I really do, because there's so much at stake. We can't afford to go down the same path that we're on right now with the Hillary Clinton or with Bernie Sanders. So I think it's very, very important that we do rally around Donald Trump right now.
Kaisch says he is surprised Cruz dropped out Tuesday night, but admits it was the right move with no clear path to victory for the Texas senator. Instead of attacking fellow Republicans, Kaisch says now Trump can focus on finding a vice president to help him unite Republicans.
I think, again, as he starts rolling out vice presidential names, cabinet names, I think that, again, the party's going to rally. I think he's going to come off very presidential. He's obviously a very successful businessman, and I think he'd be a very good president as well.
Kaisch says having only one Republican now will allow for the Republican Party to heal their wounds from a nasty primary and let the dust settle before voters head to the polls in November.
By and large, by the time the fall comes around, winning becomes more important to a party.
And now we continue to say presumptive candidate for Trump because things can happen, but it would, but Kaisch says it would be a pretty big scandal if something were to change and Trump were to lose that nomination.
Yeah, very unusual. But you know, what happens to all these delegates, though, that were already given to the other people who are no longer running in this race?
Good question, and that varies from state to state, so it's kind of hard to say. But in some states, a candidate, when they suspend their campaign, those delegates can go anywhere. They're assigned to anyone or can vote for anyone they want. In other states, like Wisconsin, you are, as a delegate, you are still bound to those candidates, even if they are no longer running. So it's very interesting.
All right, thanks a lot,
Yep,
Kyle.
Absolutely.